y'all. Come on in. You're here on a great day.
We have a collaboration today from Grooming and Maggard Razors.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack. Eric and Diana are always in there. An awesome group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to take it back to the first scent we ever had from Declaration Grooming, Son et Lumiere. From their sales page, Son et Lumiere, Sound and Light, is a distant cousin, petrichor-esque scent to Bangarang. Where Bangarang is a rainy adventure in the woods, Son et Lumiere is a drizzly autumn walk through a clean city. Leaves, pavement, and the distinct scent of rain make a crisp, approachable, yet nuanced accord.
Y'all, I can't believe we came out of the box with this one on our very first broadcast day, because this is an advanced level soap. It's one of the darkest in our entire collection, and I don't even think we've got enough experience yet to truly explain the depths of what's going on in here, but I grabbed it a week ago, and it is just exceptional at how dark it goes. And petrichor, yeah, but hold on. This captures something that none of the other autumnals in our entire collection are able to achieve: the true scent of rain on streets. Not leaves, not forest floor, streets. And this city kid absolutely loved my shave the other night. There is nothing like this in the wet shaving world. Have you come to love this one since?
I have, and it's funny to go back to it because you're right. I can't believe we opened this on the first day, but I think it showed us a great lesson. Like, this is a scent we never ever would have found on our own. And the fact that we had this next to Good Vibrations and a bunch of other bright things, it really made this stand out in a way that I think showed us what our next few years could possibly have in store.
And that's exactly why we have no end in sight for this show. Rain on city streets? Are you kidding? Where else in the entire world are artisans coming together to create things like this just for us? And y'all, we've got another one today that's a collaboration. Let's meet it. All right, y'all, being a collaboration, this one is only available from maggardrazors.com.
There is something about a well-rounded man, someone who's intelligent enough to lead, but smart enough to listen.
What'd you say?
Someone who can adeptly handle any situation and feel just as comfortable wearing a crisp suit at the head of a room or a well-worn weekend casual with friends and family and possibly new adventure.
This well-rounded, versatile scent is much like the man who wears it, similar to how all of these qualities converge together. Declaration Grooming and Maggard Razors came together to create Declaration's first retailer-exclusive scent, aptly named Convergence in lieu of this year's Convergence of wet shavers at the annual Maggard meetup.
It contains classic notes that have stood the test of time and will for many years to come, with suede leather, amber, and cognac as stars shining brightly upon a base of oak moss, rosewood, patchouli, and frangipani.
I am a sucker for frangipani. Milksteak is my tongue-in-cheek name for the culmination of all of my soap crafting experience to date. While the name may be whimsical, it was an incredibly difficult decision to deprecate Bison and Icarus, one I would not make without full confidence that I was releasing not only the best soap base I have ever developed, but one of the finest soap bases ever created. And y'all, this is one of the artisans that every time I use it, I'm like, wow, I forgot how good that base was.
Which is exactly why I went digging to find one that could fit in the fall season. It was time to get another Declaration Grooming in the den. You ready to open the box?
With this beautiful maple leaf on the label, I want to see it in real life. Let's have an unboxing. And this is how they come, y'all, from Maggard Razors. $59 ships free to the United States.
So, of course, we had to get a few while we were shopping.
You know, well, we don't want to lose money on this. All right, let's see. What did we grab? Oh, you did not see You and I Will Die, but you will in an upcoming episode. And after covering Fougere Gothique, of course, we had to grab its flanker for the Christmas season. But, y'all,
it's a different tub.
It looks like the tubs had a bit of a glow up. These are the House of Mammoth tubs. Very nice. And look at the fiery orange of that leaf.
I don't know if this even came out during fall, but I decided it had to go in our fall lineup with that look. Well, with the foggy, rainy weather outside, it's the perfect day for this first impression.
You know, I was gonna say, when you get a box of soaps, make sure the lids are on tight for when you eventually shoot your episodes, but I then realized nobody has that problem. They just open their soaps and smell them all when they get them.
Yep.
You all are royalty.
The real Barbershop Duet problems. There you go.
All right, I will do our autumnal honors today, taking it in for the first impression. Oh, beautiful pour. Look at that. Okay, here we go.
It does kind of seem like it's supposed to be a little more on the masculine edge, so I'm curious what you think.
Might be some vanilla in there. Who knows? Let's see.
It's been a while.
Taking it in.
The collaboration set.
Oh, y'all. It's a rich and spicy amber. I bring you glad tidings of great joy. This orange just lit up my brain. I had a little bit of a do-si-do because this is a wide scent, but the amber is for sure the spine of this thing, and then it goes wide. And you know what I love? It's an autumnal to be sure, but it's done in the clean spices. It's done in the light spices. It's done in the spices that border on soapy. Nothing gets dark about this. I don't even think that... Yeah, see, I can't even push these two together. They are so different. And y'all, sometimes when the amber is this prominent, it shoots off into raspberry sundae gourmandy directions. This doesn't. It's met with woods and herbs so that it pulls it the other way, away from gourmand, but not dark. Now, I was kind of expecting patchouli leather. I'm not sure why, except it's on the sales page that there's patchouli leather in here. Now, here's the thing. These perfumers dove into the leather scents, they dove into the patchouli scents, and they didn't pull out those full characters. They only pulled out the clean, soapy part of the suede. So when you put those together, they don't go dark, they go clean. And y'all, the frangipani's here, but it's being used totally different, so it does not present as a floral. It's as if you're picking up a leaf off the ground, and it has a sweetness to it. There is nothing traditionally floral about this, boys. There's a bracing cold in these spices that almost approaches kind of a menthol-y hit. So it is not a warm autumnal day. It is approaching the end of December in this world. You know American Vintage from McDuff's, that one that hit us so hard that's almost like the green room at a rock and roll concert? This is what it smells like when you go outside after that concert. That's this.
How much is it on the masculine lane of things? I know it's kind of listed in the sales page that way, but does it really take you there?
Clean and bright. Masculine, but in that, I think plenty of things that the ladies would love. I think this is one of those litmus test soaps that when I smell it on you, it has beautiful feminine edges, but on me, it wouldn't. I keep trying to ask my nose to step back, step back, step back, like I'm at the Spear watching a movie and I'm trying to take it all in. This has something very orangey about it, but you have to consider every scent note in order to find it. And it's not the full orange off the tree, but it's something like similar to Astro Traveler, where it's like putting on orange tinted sunglasses for this entire scent.
That like sepia tone kicking in.
More like when the sunset turns into a vibrant pumpkin-y color.
Brighter.
And then something that I adore in the middle of some of my soaps. Soap. I used to walk into Sephora and say, what do you have that smells clean and soapy? I just like to smell clean, because look at me. This just defines that. A beautiful, crisp breeze through the window on a winter morning. Y'all, fabulous work with this. And the farthest thing from a cologne homage I could imagine. This is an original shaving soap scent. I'm actually excited to see your face when you smell this one. Completely unexpected and incredibly welcome. All right, take it in.
It has been a while. I'm excited for our declaration grooming again. Here's the pour for those who like to see it.
I'm excited to see your face when you smell this, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. I know what you were saying earlier about it being wide. That makes a lot more sense now. You're right. It does not go that deep or that dark, especially next to this. They're like completely opposite. It may be a little closer to Massacre of the Innocents, but still not the same thing. I am getting more of an outdoorsy hit than I was expecting. I know they mentioned you could be wearing a suit or being outdoors. I'm going more for the outdoorsy vibe, just me personally. The spices are in there, but they're not done with like the kind of Halloween season we've been having with more the gingers, the cinnamons, the stuff like that. It's not. It's a different type of maybe more like a woodsy spice maybe if I had to pick, but it's nothing gourmandy in here at all.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. No clove, no allspice, no cinnamon, because boy, did we just leave that territory.
It's really blended together well. Like, I know there's a good chunk of scent notes, but I'm having a hard time pulling them apart, which is actually a nice kind of thing to have, because it's creating a whole different scent vacation through this whiff here. It does have something that could be an everyday type of scent to it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be a fall scent. I think that's just where I'm putting it. But there is something about this that you could wear every single day. It has more of the spices, the warmer tones in it, but those warm tones could be even more just like when the sun is up to me. It doesn't have to be a season.
And every hotel that I know of that charges at least 4 figures for a standard room has an EDP designed for their lobby. And this has exactly that type of clean, fresh, welcoming, hospitable nuance to it.
I would agree with that. This is a great way to kind of spend more time with amber and get to know it on its own in a different way. Because we've had that in a few other things, but I like how it's being used here because it really is that mid-orangey kind of hue to me. It doesn't go darker, where a lot of the times when I smell amber, it's much more pushing into the vanilla or the deeper woods. This is kind of giving like that mid-zone. So it's gently, subtly sweet, but more in a natural way, not in like a gourmandy, take a bite of something kind of way. I do get more of the suede side. I don't get as much of the leathery side. Like even in this, I get hit with something that feels like a leather kind of thing, but it's real loud. This is very faint. It's that other side. It's like a really worn in suede, whether it's a shoe or a bag or something that you've had for a long time, and it just has a different smell to it. There's a real side to the suede that's coming through, but it's adding to that fall coziness a little bit just to kind of keep it in those warmer amber-ish tones. I don't think I would know right away that the frangipani is in here. I thought with my feminine nose that was going to be what I was going to grab onto first, but it's actually kind of hard to find. I think it's just enough that I know that the sun is up. Like, I'm not getting an evening kind of side to this scent. I'm getting more a midday kind of afternoon thing, and I think it's just adding a clean crispness at the end of the whiff that's just making a little more fresh air, a little more of that warmer, flirty side.
Anyone who's experienced Big Shaves East from PAA knows frangipani because it's very present in that one. And y'all, it's giving me exactly the same sort of non-floral, orangey, almost tobacco-y-ishness in here that it does in there, and I love it.
I feel like there is some kind of a dapper wood kind of thing coming through that I'm not used to smelling the way that it's being used here, but that is kind of what's the sales page mentioning. You could be in a suit wearing it. I think that's the part that's bringing that part through, but it's not cologne-y.
I know why the wood is magical, and you will too in a second when we look at these scent notes and build you a lather. Rosewood. It's rosewood. Everywhere that I have seen rosewood in a soap has just been magical. Anyway, back to the sales page at maggardrazors.com.
Oh, it's black amber, not just amber. So, see, I would have thought that would have been darker, and it's not as dark here.
And remember the black amber from wet shaving products?
Yes.
That is kind of what this is giving me, that sense
I'm
of
with ya.
beautiful golden and spicy. Now, vanilla, just about a requirement in an amber soap, but I don't think there's enough in here to make it go gourmand. How do you get it?
I'm with you. And to me, my brain interpreted it almost as part of the black amber. The vanilla is attaching to that portion, and that really takes the good chunk of that first part of your whiff, are those three hanging out together.
Now, Mr. Declaration, I have a question. If there is oak moss in here, it is hiding behind the rosewood. It's hiding behind the next couple of scent notes because I am not getting any oak moss in here. We're generally not the best of friends, so this has become an oak moss detector. And y'all, nothing fougere for me is happening in here. Are you getting the oak moss like at all?
There's a part in the very back echo that lets me know I'm outside. That could be part of it, because often oak moss will have me get more of an outdoorsy kind of hit that comes through. So maybe that could be helping, but I would have never guessed if I had a multiple choice, I would have not picked oak moss.
And then here she is. And I think this might have been why I made a correlation to American Vintage. Rosewood. Beautiful, deep, spicy, almost a Pomanox kind of a thing, but with a definitive sort of rose-ishness to it. Do you get the rosewood?
Now that you're saying rosewood, I can find it. But before, I just knew it was a wood that we don't always get, but that had a finer quality to it, and that almost blends into like the leathery suede-ish for me. If I follow the rosewood, I skip to that next part.
The floral I was finding before was like the rose from the rosewood, not the frangipani. The frangipani is almost being used as a tobacco thing in the base notes. Now, cognac. Beautiful, rich, spicy. Interesting. It usually presents to me as warm. Here, it's not. Here, it's cognac on the rocks.
Yeah, it's a drier side.
Yeah.
It really is. It's less of the sweet side that comes with sometimes of those spices.
Right. The sweet's coming from other things, coming from the amber, coming from the vanilla. And it's cool that you can tell that they are.
But it's almost just adding like a darker, warmer herbiness that jumps right into the patchouli for me. Like they almost blend together, which is why I wouldn't have even guessed if cognac was in here. I think that's why.
Well, I was going to say, I'm not getting patchouli out of this at all, except for that outside white patchouli that I find in certain barbershops. That's how I'm getting it. So if you went to college in the 90s, this ain't that patchouli.
I think that's adding just the cleaner, you were saying like a soapy side. I think somehow that's happening in there. Because then when you go into the leather, that kind of takes that away.
The earliest gourmand accords only had 2 or 3 ingredients, and one of them was patchouli. I'm still trying to figure that out. And then leather, which we decided is more suede and soapy, and then frangipani. I am in awe of the types of noses that can take a step back and know how beautifully these will all come together.
I like that they list in no particular order because we've been really getting a lot that have a top, a mid, a base. So they're really just throwing it out there like, pick however you want to mix these together. So it makes sense that, yes, they're listed in this order, but I don't know if I would actually smell and let my whiff follow this order necessarily, but they're all in there. But I think that's why we enjoy the scent notes that are coming from the shave world side of things. Because they are built differently. They're kind of built to have a different way that it's hanging with you while you're building your lather and hanging out with it. So it's fun to see that they're just honestly saying, just figure out whatever order you want. And I like that.
All right, y'all. Let's see. Oh, this is a super. So wait, hold on. Hold on.
Different.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, this is a soap. This is so croapy, I can't see straight. I think if you poured that out, it might actually run.
Is that not the milk steak base? Maybe this one's different. We gotta do some research, y'all.
Saying, mysteries and wonders.
Well, let's see what this does when you lather it.
All right, y'all, and this is my beautiful copper or KUN bowl. I actually prefer the smaller size of the KUN bowls. My Hemingway brush, made by Zachary Kent at Moon Soaps.
It has that fun fall dapper masculine side, you know?
It's just so beautiful. And y'all, at first, I'm just going to start transferring that soap up onto my brush. I'm not wanting to make bubbles yet. I'm just wanting to get the soap from one place to the other and maybe build a paste in the process. And then slowly, I'm going to go grab some of that water a little bit at a time and bring it into the mix so that I don't ever get any big bubbles. Look at that overflow the bowl. I want to be in control. But I did realize last night that if you do like putting too thick a cream on your face, it can actually work against your razor. You want to add enough water so that your razor knows how to dance with it.
It would be fun to be able to walk down the aisles at Maggard's and go through and take a whiff of everything, but that would ruin so many episodes. We can't do that. So if any of y'all go walking down the aisles at Maggard's, see what you find and what we should add that they've got on their shelves there.
And they have legendary meetups. And y'all, just about the time the lather is so thick you can't even see the loving arms of the octopus anymore, you know your lather is ready. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the How Orange Is Your Amber whiff on 3, 1, 2. Ooh, there's an earthiness in that. Ooh. Oh, it really spreads out in the lather. Do not judge this one just off the tub, y'all.
So we did say it was a wider scent earlier, but clearly that just got amplified more in the lather.
A little reminiscent of American Amber from Razor Emporium, but that one goes real heavy raspberry sundae.
Yeah, different for me.
This one doesn't. This one stays rocky and amberish. I think that's how it's so autumnal.
It's still somehow a dry scent, though. I know we're saying it's warm, but I think I'm meaning more on spices, not in sweetness factor. Like, this has a drier kind of fall vibe now that it's in the lather.
Don't tell her, but I'm getting this as super sweet, and I'm loving it. Well, sweet in the amber spicy way, if that makes sense. Not in the gourmandy way. And y'all, we love watching our Ken Surf shaving videos, but we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet. We thought you might like to see what this lather looks like when it coats and covers a dry face. Are you kidding?
Okay, I gotta say, it's not too masculine. Like, I would still reach for this. It's a little further than being feminine, of course. Nice, padded, and slick, though, I gotta say.
Y'all, before we start bringing dinosaur DNA back, why don't we take this a little deeper? amber's funny. In the early days of perfuming, there were a couple of scents that were more ideas than they were actual scent notes, and one of them was a yellow amber, and every perfuming house does it different. It's not like you can just grind up the amber and smell it. Well, I mean, you can, but that's not how amber is perfumed. And then gray amber, also known as ambergris, is... Although we don't have an ambergris-centered soap, that would be interesting. It does still say it's the milk steak base, but they are very different in consistency.
That one seems softer. I mean, this one has a softness to it, but that one did seem a lot softer today.
Well, when I pulled the ingredients for each soap we do on the placard earlier in the episode, I've noticed that even though the base is still called the same, artisans do make adjustments from time to time, sometimes kind of a lot.
But it's nice to know that they are paying attention to those things. If there's stuff that you can do to make it better, or the more time that they spend brewing things up, I do like knowing that they're always thinking more forward about how to help make it even better.
This base has a little echo of the Grand Champion base from Adopted Acres for me, which is different from the rest of the Declaration line.
We'll know more after the how it shaves section, how it actually works with the razor and everything, but it felt nice, padded, and slicked, I gotta say.
I'm using this for sure tonight. So it's pretty easy. I'll just be Dr. Hammond coming across an ancient specimen of amber with a mosquito buried, preserved, deep inside of it. You're going to conceive an idea of creating a new zoo, presenting prehistoric creatures being brought back through the miracle of science and DNA technology. And you're going to make them all girls, so you don't have to worry about the population getting out of control. But just about the time you find a nest of eggs, you better find yourself a couple of scientists and an entropy expert to get your own. So head over to maggardrazors.com where you'll find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Convergence from Declaration Grooming, a bit of a divergence from what I'm used to from this house. Kind of ironic that we're also dropping an Adopted Acres episode today because this base reminds me a lot more of Adopted Acres than what I'm used to with Declaration Grooming. It's way softer. It's way slicker on my face. It's a nicer post-shave feel. It's even got a little bit of an earthy hit to it when you first open the lid. Doug, was there some work done here? Is this a little bit of a class? No, it's not, but man, what a lovely, beautiful shave I got. I am 5 minutes off of it. And the scent, what a perfect autumnal cast to give Amber. Our godson sat with this the other day for minutes and minutes on the couch. I had to wrestle it away from him. Thank you, Declaration Grooming and Maggards. We will be back. Welcome to Messages.
So for our November giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Barrister and Man.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first December episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
This is probably one of 3 perfect examples of amber in our entire collection, and this one might do it best because every single one of these scent notes is meant to bring out a different facet of this amber without really having to draw too much attention to itself.
I think the scent intensity on this too is a little bit more crowd pleasing. I'm glad we could add another Declaration Grooming to our den, but I'm curious what the whiff pack would suggest we do next. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell more autumnal just watching this.